Good morning. Welcome to the Speak to Living with Metro. I'm Reverend Torphy.
Reverend Valerie.
I'm Sheila Fawson, and I'm helping do the production.
I'm Dr. Ernestine Garcia, and I'll be doing the readings.
I'm Jake Fernandez.
Let's get started with the evocation. So if you would, close your eyes and join me into that infinite, eternal good we call God, knowing that each one of us are connected in such a beautiful way. The love, the peace, the harmony, the creativity of the universe is at hand right here, right now. As I bless the service and all those who are watching, all those who are attending, all those that are in any way part of this wonderful day on Sunday, the Sunday service. I'm so grateful for this truth, for the truth that sets each one of us free, for the truth that God is all that it is. And it's right here, right now, with each and every one of us. For this and so much more, and with eternal gratitude, giving thanks and let it be. And together we say,
And so it is.
We're so blessed to have Robert Anderson. We haven't had him in such a long time before the pandemic. So let's just get started with this talent.
You do it to song I wrote. You might want to sing it. No, don't worry. Be happy. Every month we have some trouble. When you worry, you make it go. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't you worry. Be happy. Here's the perfect place to start. An open mind and an open heart. Don't worry. Be happy. Might be a better way to live. Just let it go and forgive. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't you worry. Be happy. What's important is who you are. Remember this and you'll go far. Don't worry. Be happy. When we're grateful for each step, it makes it easier to say, don't worry. Be happy. Don't you worry. Be happy.
service. Let's all be happy and know that happiness is just one breath away. So we'll get back to you in a few, Robert, and we got some business to take care of.
So the mission for the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro is to create an open, accepting learning environment that recognizes and embraces diversity, peaceful resolution to conflict, and personal and community relationships, and help make the world a better place.
So it is.
So it is. So our title this week is One of Many Forms. You've already met our wonderful musician who, he and I went to grade school together a few years ago, but it's really nice to have him here today. So like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro and check out our website, cslnorthmetro.org. Go to contact us and add yourself to the email list. You can request prayer. The affirmations and the prayers are always there. There's blogs to Remember Michael, and there's a new one coming pretty soon, but they're all out there and they're really, really good. So did I tell you today's title is One of Many Faces?
Yes.
And I already, all right. So, and they're reading, I forgot the book again, so we'll just let Ernestine announce it.
Okay, I'm ready. Hi, everyone. It's my turn to read the affirmations. Okay. Affirmations for the week of July 30th, 2023. These are written for us by Stephen Anthony, and please repeat after me. I begin each morning setting an intention to experience this day's good.
I begin each morning setting an intention to experience this day's good.
The frequency of my being operates at the level of the divine.
The frequency of my being operates at the level of the divine.
God's creative potential becomes a reality as my being.
God's creative potential becomes a reality as my being.
In each new moment, I am a greater expression of myself.
In each new moment, I am a greater expression of myself.
By simply living, the beautiful promise of Spirit's love blesses my life.
By simply living, the beautiful promise of Spirit's love blesses my life.
There is limitless love and beauty within me now and always.
There is limitless love and beauty within me now and always.
And together we say,
And so it is.
Okay, the reading today is from the book, The Contemplative Life by Joel Goldsmith. It is well known that all people of a religious turn of mind, whatever their religion may be, can attain some measure of inner harmony and peace and find themselves in possession of an inner grace that eventually lives their lives for them. It makes no difference what a person's religion is, because there is only one God, only one Spirit, and that Spirit knows no difference between a Jew and a Gentile, a Protestant and a Catholic, or an Oriental or an Occidental. The Spirit is beyond and above any denominational beliefs of conviction and is free to all and independent of ceremonies, rites, creeds, or forms for its worship. Just as the life that permeates a blade of grass is the same that permeates an orchid, a daisy, or a violet. The Spirit recognizes no difference. The same life animates all life, whether that of a mongrel dog or a pedigreed one. No person can ever hope for spiritual enlightenment unless they can first of all recognize that there is only one creative principle in this world, whether it creates cabbage or kings, whether it creates the Greek or the Jew. There is only one creative principle, and it is located not in holy mountains, nor yet in the temple in Jerusalem. The location is neither low here or low there, but within you. And it makes no difference who you may be. It makes no difference if it is the you in a hospital, the you in prison, the you in business, or the you in some art or profession. The realm of God is a spirit, not a superhuman being, but a spirit. And together we say, and so it is.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
We go from that to the wonderful Robert.
I'm open to my good right now. I'm open to my good. I'm open to my good right now. I am open to my good. I am open to my good. And I accept all my good right now. I accept all my good. I accept all my good right now. I accept all my good. I accept all my good. And I am thankful for my good right now. I am thankful for my good. Thankful for my good right now. I am thankful for my good. I am thankful for my good. I'm thankful.
Thank you, Robert.
So good.
We're thankful for your good being here. All right. We'll see you at the end of our talk. Another day. It's been an interesting day so far. I've had lots of people ask me what our philosophy, our teaching is. And I have to say we're a metaphysical teaching. And for me, that simply means that we go beyond the physical and look at everything that we can't see. I guess you call us metaphysicians because that's what we do. We follow certain principles that embrace the human spirit, both on the other side of the veil and on this side of the veil. We look at things that aren't necessarily form, but they are form, because everything has a form to it. So in the physical realm, the focus is usually on staying healthy in your body, healthy in your your attitude healthy and your spirituality, because it's an important factor in being human, because the healthier you are, the more you can live and the more you can give to the world. So I see these forms in the metaphysical way of speaking, not just in the physical realm, but in the emotional realm, in the mental realm, in the spiritual realm. And they become real as you see them or feel them or experiencing them. How we see emotions is through people's sadness. You can tell when somebody's sad. You can tell when somebody's in pain. You can tell when somebody's elated or happy, because it shows it in their body. It takes form as their body. That form is the result of an emotion. And the same thing you can apply to your spiritual realm, your universal realm. It's all these forms as one. It's interesting because artists such as painters can see emotions in the form of the paint on the canvas. That sometimes it's abstract, but it's real. It's a real form. It's a form that people can enjoy and maybe connect to and maybe even experience it in their own lives. Form can change. It can be one moment, one thing, the next moment, another thing. In a metaphysical sense of speaking, looking at it from beyond the physical. I had this incident happen to me, speaking of changing form, where I drove out in my driveway. I was living in Los Angeles at the time. I drove out in my driveway, and it went right into Sepulveda Boulevard, which is a huge street. People drive 50 miles an hour down the street. Anyway, I come up, and there before me is a whole crowd of people. A car stopped, and this gentleman laying on the ground, he had been hit by the car. And out my window on the side, there's one of his shoes is right next to my car. And he's clear across the street, so he got hit pretty hard. And what I saw, the form I saw taking place before my eyes, was the physical person lying on the ground and this crowd of people showing different emotions. So for me, the experience I was having was, first of all, panic, because I knew I had to go over there and do something, because people were just, they were in good shape, what they had observed. So the next days, the change I go through, I change form and step into my power, because I know that I was more than this panic I was having, because I really didn't. The panic came from the fear of seeing the blood, and I just knew I had to go pray for this gentleman there. And I wasn't even a practitioner yet. I was just taking practitioner training. And I walked up to the crowd and said, "I'm a minister, please be quiet." And everybody just got calm. They went from these different feelings that they were having, and they got calm. And that had to take place in the mental realm, because they believed I was a minister. But all that I really needed to do was put my hand on this gentleman, which I did, and just started praying. And we've talked about 5 stages of prayer, and those who have taken classes know what it is. I didn't get out of the first 2 stages of prayer. I just stayed in them, and I felt this energy. And his body had been twitching. And once I started praying, the twitching stopped. He was still breathing, but the twitching stopped. So something on the mental realm and emotional realm took place within him. And And I don't know if the gentleman ever lived or died, but the police came and I just stood up and slowly walked away. I wasn't part of it because I didn't see the accident. But it's amazing how when you look at things from a metaphysical point of view, that it changes how you make look at things. Because for me, that gentleman was alive, whether he was breathing or wasn't breathing, because his form went through a big change. I mean, his form was pretty messy, and I had to see the form that was the truth of his being, that he was more than his body, he was more than the accident that took place, he was more than the people feeling the feelings they were feeling, he was more than the people that were trying to help him. He was this eternal being having this physical experience, and it took the form of being hit by a car. When I think of form being all as one being in the form, I just can explain it in like a point of view. When you look at the Earth from outer space, you see one thing. You see this beautiful planet in space, just floating there. But within this planet is all of life, is all the animals, the trees, the people, activities taking place, everything happening in this one thing. So it really becomes the one. All forms, all actions become the one. As a metaphysician, that's one way of looking at it. That's looking at from the invisible to the visible. I am. Okay. I was looking at life in the middle of the night last night because what happens to me a lot of times is I'll get these words coming through my head and I have to get up immediately and start writing them. And two places with the form of me writing or me channeling something that wanted to write this poem. And it was in the middle of the night, I think like 3 o'clock in the morning. No, it was earlier than that. But anyway, I started writing this poem and it was writing for me. And it turned out it was about time. And it was me and folks like you looking at time and what it means and how it affects us, how sometimes we get mad at it because there's not enough of it. Sometimes we enjoy it because it's allowing us to do something within its realm that is out of the ordinary, maybe being creative, maybe singing, dancing, maybe just lying on a beach somewhere enjoying yourself. But this thing called the energy that was flowing through me, whatever was giving me these words, had a form to it too. And it took place within me. I became the form of the words that wanted to be put to paper. And it was one thing. Me, whatever was channeling through me, the paper and the pencil, and the words being written. And that's what I enjoy being a metaphysician, because there's so much more to life to see in the unseen, to feel in the unfelt, to hear and the unheard, to see all that is glorious in life, and to know the truth that sets us free, that we are made in God's likeness and image. We are one with the one. We are one with all that was, all that is, and all that ever shall be. Right?
So, when I first read the title, One of Many Forms, I thought about all the pieces inside each one of us that come out and show themselves here and there. And so I thought about the confident me, then I thought about the fearful me, and then I thought about the artist me, and what else did I write? The stressed out me, and the minister me, and the accountant me, and the place where I work me, and the grandmother me, and the wife me, and the mother me, and those are just a few aspects, but all of those are all wrapped up into one, and they're all many faces. And so I started thinking about how we all have many, many aspects, some that we appreciate about ourselves and others that maybe we don't appreciate so much. And yet it all rolls up into that's what makes me me. And that's what makes Reverend Michael, and that's what makes Robert, and Ernestine, and Jake, and Sheila, and everybody that's present with us. That's what makes you, is all the different aspects. And thought about a time when, I still do this sometimes. We had an exercise to do at the workshop I went to, and each morning we had to get up and write 10 things we appreciate about ourselves, 10 things we're grateful for, and 10 things we want to bring into form. And so I just remember when I started that, how easy it was for me, and we worked in pairs, so how easy it was for me to see all the things that I appreciated about the other person, and how difficult it was for me to see all the things I appreciated about myself. And I think we have a tendency to do that. I think that sometimes we don't appreciate all the aspects of our being, and then how that makes us who we are. And I just started thinking about that. It's like we tend to think of things in positive and negative, and I really like the positive aspects of my life, and I tend to deny the negative aspects of my life, but they're all still there, and they're all what make me me. And so I just kind of spent some time with that. And then I got a couple of quotes here. The things that we now esteem fixed shall one by one detach themselves like the bright fruit from our experience of fall. The wind shall blow, and none knows whither. And that's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. And I think that we have a tendency to think about things as being so permanent. This thing's going on in my life right now, and whoa, or I'm really happy, and as Reverend Michael pointed out, it's all fleeting. And so as we begin to appreciate each aspect of ourselves, as we begin to appreciate each moment, the moments that we would label good, the moments that we might label bad. I can think of a situation where a person that I really love had some thoughts and feelings about me that were really, really painful to hear, and I happened to be trapped in a car at the time, so I couldn't. And we were in traffic, and there was no escaping it. So I got to sit there and really be present with what was going on, and I got to sit there and really be present with the things that person didn't appreciate about me so much, and to really be present with it. And it was challenging at the time. I just really wanted to escape and not deal with the thing. And yet I was able to really, really listen to the person and really, really appreciate that person was coming forward with their feelings, and we were getting a chance to get to know each other on a better level than we'd ever known before. And the fact that I was able to just take it in and not defend myself and not try to make that person wrong or right or anything. Just like allow that person to totally change our relationship in a really, really good way. And so sometimes things that we might label bad while we're going through them, or I just want to say this, is actually really, really good. And so we label things good and we label things bad and we label things like this thing I want, this thing I don't want, and yet all of that are all the aspects of our life. They're all the many facets of the things that we're going through, and they're all the things going on. And when we take the time to really be present and listen, a lot of healing happens, just like what you did. Just you really were just being present with that person as they were going through what may have been a trip to the hospital and wellness, and what may have been a trip to their next greater yet to be. And it's all the same. And it was so good. And so there are so many levels of effects. And so we have a tendency to label them, and I think I talked about that. And so then I talk about our self-talk. What do we tell ourselves that limits us? What do we tell ourselves that expands us? And so just really, as we go through our thoughts today, and as we go through our actions this week, as we just kind of focus on, what am I telling myself right now? Am I accepting what's going on right now and moving through it into the next moment? Or am I wanting to deny this moment and repress it and not think about that thing because that might be a hard thing? And all of it are all the facets of ourselves, and they're all what make us who we are and what we are. And it's all good. So, do you have more to say? I was thinking you should read that poem, and then
It's upstairs.
we'll get it if you have more you can say.
I want to emphasize what it is to be a metaphysician. First of all, it's a discovery. You discover that you're able to see things beyond what they really are. Like we see that the gentleman as a whole, complete, perfect spiritual being, and not a victim of circumstance, even though that is part of physical reality. The physical reality is that he will move on from this experience and have a different experience, and he will carry with him whatever it was that he needed to understand, whatever it was that he needed to grow, and take that into his infinite journey. But we all are on this infinite journey, and it's eternal. In honoring that and recognizing that, you honor yourself in all. Would you read it? Yes.
This is called Timeless Irony. Time aspires to live amongst the timeless. By offering a bid it could never repay. Listless efforts to stop itself, instead it marches on. It cannot be joined in its efforts, or it will wave everyone away. It needs not a single partner. A partner would only remind it of itself, the selfless and the relentless self, the self of no favors done, for it never changes its patterns. And it really can't help what it is. A tracker, a thief, and the joker to life, it pretends to be our friend. And in some ways it is, because of what we take from it, the gift, passing quickly through us all. So it has to be, that is, if we spend our share well, and it can be counted on not to last. It is how we see time's true colorlessness. Irony is its everlasting last name. Tearfully, we need not to blame, for you and I are the timeless. Time needs not our sympathy for being a cheap loan of itself, for it lives not unto eternity. it remains earthly bound. And for us, not having to be young or old, a frozen moment outside of time comes upon us like a dream of some heavenly requirement. Time simply waits, our sweet angelic adieu. Oh, really good.
Yeah, like I say, it woke me up in the middle of the night and demanded me to write it. And I'm so grateful because it's a result of me giving in to the invisible and allowing it to guide me and direct me. It's a result of me believing in what most people consider the unbelievable. And that's a path anyone can take just by saying yes, that you are more than this. You are more than your body, you are more than your emotions, more than your spirituality. You are an eternal being of the Most High, a child of God, perfect, whole, and complete, just as you are, and just as you are becoming. For this, I'm eternally grateful. Would you like to pray?
Yes. So I just invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath as we move into that experience of the beingness and the oneness of prayer. As I know that there is only that one power, that one presence, that one life. That is my life, that is Reverend Michael's life, that is Robert's life and Sheila's life and Ernestine's life and Jake's life and the life of everyone who is present with us today and those who watch it later and everyone everywhere. There is no separation. It's all one life, one thing. We are all aspects of that one life and that one power and that one presence. So I know for each one of us, for us love and peace and joy and harmony and abundance. I know for us an expanding awareness of the truth of our being, our oneness with God, our oneness with each other, our experience on this planet, and in absolute gratitude, know that we live out each moment in that gratitude and in that joy and expanding who we came here to be. And we learn to focus on that which we want and let go of that which we don't, because that's how the Spirit works through each one of us. As we think, so it is. And as we increase and up-level our thoughts into more of what we do want and less of what we don't want, I know for each one of us that our lives get better and better and more joyous. And I know, as Ernest Holmes said, if we change our thoughts to positive, 51% of the time we change our lives. And so I'm inviting each one of us to recognize that right at the center of our being, that oneness is, that wholeness is, that allness is, that we can and do live a joyous life. And so in absolute gratitude for knowing this word is done, for the gratitude of being here present with you today, for having Robert with us and Sheila and Ernestine with us here today. I'm just so grateful for this day, for this moment, for this word, for this teaching, which absolutely changes our lives. And knowing that this word is done in the mind of God, I simply release it, I let it go, I allow it to be, and together we say, and so it is. Amen, Amen, Aho, Ashe, Ashe, and woo-hoo!
I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth. And who I am, and all I do, is a blessing to the world. I'm the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of the Spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of the Spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world. We're a blessing to the world. We're a blessing to this world. I'm a blessing to the world.
That was very appropriate song.
That's beautiful.
Yes. So we give this one. We give thanks to all those who contribute and keep this center alive. All those who give it anyway. We recognize you as the child of God that you are, and we thank God that you're alive and helping us with your gifts. So you want to give it.
So the easiest way is to go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org, and just a little way down the page there are a couple ways to give. And so you can do it one time, you can send it for regular. If you use Venmo, the Venmo is right there. If you miss it there, it is also on the website, cslnorthmetro.org. So we bless it.
Shine your light at this basket that is a representative of the abundance in our spiritual community and the abundance in each and every one of your lives. Together we say, repeat after me, I'm so grateful for this life that is mine.
I'm so
Grateful
grateful.
for this life that is
I'm
mine.
grateful for all those that are in my life.
I'm
I'm
grateful.
grateful for all those that are in my life.
I send out light to all the planet and all who abide on it.
I send out light to all the planet and all in.
I give this gift freely with no hands, with no attachments.
I give
I give this gift freely with no attachment,
passions.
Knowing that all is good,
knowing that all is good.
I let it be, and so it is.
I let it
I let it be, and so it is.
Once again, thank you, Robert. You drove a long ways to be here with us. And we do appreciate it, and hopefully we'll get to see you. Not as long as it took place. So what do you got for us?
Got a song from our friends at Unity. I'm free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. I'm free, I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, I am unlimited right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited right now. Right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited right now. We are free, we are unlimited right now.
Totally get it. Yeah, that's a good song because this is the one more day of this month, and this month is over. And it's the month of freedom for our country and just recognizing what freedom is. So thank you for that song. Ernest and Jake had to leave, so they're not here in this moment with us, but we thank them for their gift. And, always
Thank you for
cheering.
your Thank you for your great talk and your poem. That's beautiful. I hope you're sharing that with us. Oh, it's online, right?
Well,
It will be now. Yeah.
so, Sheila, share that book.
Okay. Yeah, I just bought a book from the archives of Center for Spiritual Living Archives. It's called Ernest Holmes at Asilomar. And these are some of Ernest Holmes' the last decade of his writings and talks, and they've all been written down in this book, which is just wonderful. Oh, I did want to mention that Reverend Valerie is acknowledged in it. Did you see your name in it?
No.
It says, thank you to the archive staff, Executive Director Kathy Mastriani, Certified Archivist Kim Lawrence, Administrator Melinda Eckbert, and Prosperity Manager Reverend Valerie Torphy.
Oh, no.
We've just read a little bit. We're trying to read a little bit every morning, and it is just amazing. Yeah, Science of Mind Principles.
Did you buy yours from Amazon?
Did I buy it from there? I don't remember.
Okay.
I got it a couple weeks
I think you can get it on Amazon, and I think it's also the links on the website. But just wanted to say, as Sheila brought that up today, we had a board meeting on Friday, and we got to see some footage that's going up on the website of a person donated, I think it was either a mother's or a grandmother's 1950s camera as they were walking around the Silmar, and there's some footage of Ernest on there that's going up on the website. It may already be there, but if it's not, it'll be there in a couple of days. Reverend Mark Gilbert he's the one responsible for that, putting that entire book together, and also for putting this footage up on the website. So we're just really excited about that.
Very cool. We went, my family, my husband and 2 kids and I went to a Silmar, to a Science Mind, what do they call them? A conference for 3 days. And it was my kids' favorite part of all their vacations. So the message is just wonderful.
Yeah, I think it's happening but for a while.
Yeah.
I know.
No,
It's be time for us to say join us on Zoom, and we'll continue this conversation.
And the message is in the comments also.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Let me do a quick benediction.
Greg just got in. You want to say hi? Want to come say hi real fast?
Sure.
Greg, who also does the production usually, had to
Hey,
play
Greg.
this morning.
Hey, hey, everybody. Nice to see you, Robert. Yeah. Really good. How are you doing, Robert?
Good.
Yeah,
Did
good.
you win?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll
Yeah.
see ya.
Oh, you're just